Hi, it's me, Alexa. I'm back with another wisdom episode. I know it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two, step two. I'm sorry. That's, if you know, you know, that's from Aaliyah. Try again. But no, I wanna say, hi, I hope you're all doing well, and it has been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, but I'm back, so, hope you are doing well. It's Valentine's Day. That wasn't my intention to come back here, but yeah, I just finally have like words of wisdom to say, I guess. But yeah, I feel like I'm in a state to actually contribute again. So we're gonna start off with the love frequency, and it's Valentine's Day, so it's like a special type of love frequency. Okay, feel that, we feel that. But yeah, I feel like I hope you're all doing well, and I know that Valentine's Day can be like a difficult day for people. So this isn't a part of it, but I guess I'll just talk about that because it's something that I've talked about with like only close people before. But yeah, just know that love is abundant, love is a gift, love is pure, love is just something that we should all take care of. Okay, so I know that it's like a really difficult day for some people. Not just even in the sense, like, all jokes aside, just in the sense of like not being able to spend it with somebody, whether it's like somebody that you want but can't have. um, if you just got left in a relationship, or if it's family. There's people that are grieving. There's people, love is not just romantic, it's in a family form, a friendship form, of any type of form. We're all dealing with things. Even if it has nothing to do with love, we could just be going through things. And sometimes just being around it, like so much of that energy, it's irritating to people. They're not able to to really like truly understand the beauty of like love and the gifts and all that it is. It's really hard for people sometimes, or just for whatever reason, they're just not having a good day. So try to be kind to people on Valentine's Day because you don't know what they're going through. And that's something that like I've always just thought about and known. Like, it has nothing to do with just like being like a hater towards love or hater towards people. It's just that people need to remember that the world keeps spinning and going on. Just because it's a special day, any holiday, just because it's Christmas or Easter, Thanksgiving, like, life is still going on and revolving. And that's the same thing on Valentine's Day. So, just try to be nice to people today. And there's just some people that are going through things. And so, yeah, whether it's about love or not. But if you do have, family, friends, a partner, I encourage you to enjoy every single second with them because love is a gift and not everybody is able to have it in the way that we all deserve it. And there's such a lack of love in this world. That's why there's so many people who treat each other like horribly because there's a lack of love inside their souls. And that's all it is. That's what hell is. Hell is a lack of love, people that never received it. And I'm so grateful. I feel like I have so much love and light and empathy inside of me. And I'm so grateful that I'm just surrounded by people with love. And I've experienced people who don't have love inside of them. And when people don't have love inside of them, they tend to truly blame everything on you. And they're just angry because they don't have that love inside of them. And so I want you to know that if you've ever experienced that, where a person, it almost seems like they're angry at you for showing them so much love. It has nothing to do with you. You're not horrible. It's just that person is really unhealed and they don't have love inside of them. They don't have that love. And so just know that there's something wrong with how much love you are. You're bright. You're a light. Don't stop. It's just they need love and they'll get it at their own time. And I want to talk about the purest love of all, the love of Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, that's the highest and most pure love I believe, like, anybody could ever truly, like, receive. That's in belief and touch. I know we all got different beliefs, but, like, the love that I found with him, like that's the most pure love of all time. No other connection, person or experience has ever brought me to a level of, just peace and happiness and enlightenment. And I'm just so grateful that I found my love with him. So I don't know, just remember that if you ever feel really down and alone, um, hit up Jesus. Like, he's always there for you. He's always down for you. Like, I love Jesus because I wouldn't be nothing. Like I said, I'm not special. This is all God's grace. Like, I'm just a reflection. And so everything that I am, the way I'm able to smile and live it up is because of him. Everything about that man. So he's the one that gave us unconditional pure love. He's the one that gave it all up for us. And so just to see like others being able to give love and contribute still, like that just means that his message and his purpose lives on, centuries later with different people, and it's something really like lovely and magical. So you got Jesus if you want anybody. But yeah, love is just such a wonderful frequency, and so I believe that we should just try to like, obtain it and give it as much as we possibly can, because it's just something really powerful that can help us all feel better. So happy Valentine's Day. And I hope I'm able to give people a lens of love that they never like were able to see before. Because yeah, we all have different perspectives, and that's the thing about life that's so cool. Since we all have different perspectives, we could all look at things in a different way that we may not have looked at them before. So yeah. Okay, now for like the message that I really wanted to share. That was random, but no. So I want to talk about the analogy of the light at the end of the tunnel. So this is something that I still do hold very dearly, like in my heart and my soul, like true pure belief. That when you're going through something that, people, you've heard it. I feel like if you haven't heard it, there's a saying that says like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You gotta walk through this tunnel of darkness to see the light. And anybody that knows me, like if you really know me and you have conversations with me, you know that I'm always talking about the light and the darkness, the stars, the cosmos, all that type of shit. So you know that that's just my personality. But it comes from like a deep space. And so, I truly just always believe that there will always be like a light in the darkness, a light at the end of this tunnel. No matter what you're going through, you're going to see the light at the end of it. But here's the truth. And I didn't start, like I said, I took a lot of like time to reflect before I just start like talking out of my mouth. I want to make sure that what I'm saying on here is true. So that's why I took my time away. But there was a point where I was kind of just like, no, what if there really is no light at the end of this road? And it's not like that there's never going to be any happiness again, but sometimes what people go through, it's so hard that no, sometimes there is no light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it's understanding in life that sometimes there is no good side to this. Sometimes there is no bright side to this. Sometimes there is no, beautiful waiting at the end of this. Sometimes the situation it's really like not cool and unfair, and there is no light. But stay with me though, stay with me. Sometimes the situation is so harsh and heavy, but that's only because God is pushing us to become a light. And when I had this enlightenment, I felt so like peaceful and understood, because what if that's the purpose? What if sometimes when we're like, oh my gosh, like why is this happening? This is crazy. Like I'm doing everything. There's no light. What if there is no light? What if God wants us to walk through this like tunnel so that we could become a light, through all of this? What if he wants us to be a light? What if the only way out of this tunnel is if we become positivity itself, is if we become joy itself, if we become just a star, to like go through the abyss, the dark abyss? What if we're supposed to become a light? And what if that's the light at the end of the tunnel? What if the whole time there was no little candle? What if you were the light the whole time? So that's when I was just like, okay, what if the whole time when people are talking about there's a light, there's going to be a bright side? What if you were the bright side? What if you were the light this whole time? What if the only reason why you made it out of the tunnel is because of you? because you were so resilient, because you kept it going, because you kept your little faith in God and whatever you had going on. You know, what if you're the light at the end? What if that's why you make it out of this, just tunnel of darkness, And so, yeah, so sometimes, no, if you feel like you're out there, like, you're just like, it's been this much time, and like, I say no, but I said, what if there isn't? What if you being able to heal from it and overcome and become successful, glow, grow, smile more, become more beautiful internally and externally? What if that's the miracle? What if that's the light, you know? But, that's just what I believe. So sometimes there is no light, but that's because you're the light. What if that whole analogy was just like an illusion, for some situations. And then there's other situations that I believe there is a light at the end of it, that there is something waiting for you. But for the situations that are super hard where you're like, there's no light, maybe you're supposed to be the light. God puts us all in different situations for different reasons. So I believe that in some experiences there is light there, but in other experiences there isn't, because you got to be the light. So I hope you feel me on that. So if you're in a situation right now, just know maybe you're supposed to be a light. Who knows? We all experience this life differently. So chances are there is a light, and you just got to keep, running, walking through this tunnel. Or maybe the whole purpose was for God to show you, like, yo, you're the light. I'm so proud of you. So just know, if you're out there looking for a light, you could be the light, love. Okay. And then I want to talk about something that I had a conversation with a close friend of mine the other day. Her name is Malia. I'll shout her out. But she's just so wise. She's such a beautiful soul. And she's younger than me. I don't know how she reached this level of enlightenment, but I'm so proud of her. But she said something to me that really stuck. She says sometimes, although in life you have to go through something so, harsh and difficult, sometimes that situation is gonna make you like who you are. You're gonna find the most beautiful part of yourself, the strongest part of yourself. And, as bad as it is, I wish we could say, like, I wish that never happened. I wish this never, da 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 da. But, like, if that would have never happened, she told me something. She was like, would you really be the person that you are? And so that's the wisdom from her. And so that really stuck with me. So that's something to consider as well. So maybe it's true, and so I feel like you have to come to a place of acceptance. And so I'm so proud of her for, like, accepting that. But I think we all need time to accept that. So just know that maybe sometimes it had to make you who you are. And it's just like what, Nipsey Hussle the Great said. When shit hits the fan, that's when you find out who you are, and it's true. And he also said, we don't know who we are until we fail. And so I think, anytime you're in a situation of like, wow, like, I can't believe this happened to me, or I did this. What if this is God, like, trying to test you and shake up your world to see, like, where are you going to become now? Like, it's all crumbling down now. Are you going to fold? Or are you going to keep it pushing? And so I find that very, like, inspiring and so beautiful that she discovered that at such an early age. And yeah, so that's something to consider as well if you're going through something. Okay. Since it's Love Day, I got my little Bible out that I got from my homegirl Frida and her family. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, I guess, like, I'll read to you guys the love verse. Okay. The way of love, but I shall show you a still more excellent way. If I speak in human and angelic tongues, but do not have love, I am a resounding gong or a clashing cymbal. And if I have the gifts of prophecy and comprehend all mysteries and all knowledge, if I have all faith so as to move mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. And if I give away everything I own, and if I hand my body over so that I may boast but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it is not jealous, love is not pompous, it is not own interest, it is not quick-tempered, it does not brood over injury, it does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Okay, that actually made me want to cry, because I realized that a lot of people that I thought knew what love was actually don't know what love is. And it also makes me want to cry, because I know what love is. I feel like pure, like, content. Okay, like fulfillment. But also, I know a lot of people who do know what love is. So I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm a little spiritually shook now. But yeah, thank you for rolling with me. Happy Valentine's Day.